about it, right? So it's 2025. We just had like a snow blizzard. California is still on fire for as much as I know. It could be an act. It could be like Hollywood. It could be like for a movie that's coming out. You never know. It might be like staging a movie and they just want to make it very convincing that the world is on fire, and the world technically is on fire. But because you can look it up, do your research, even travel to some of these places like the Ring of Fire and like different faults that have set on fire recently. How I see the world today, man, it's like in turmoil. Right? Our faith is, not broken, but getting weaker, thinner, as we wait on, the revelation of our Savior, our salvation, come to save us from ourselves, so to speak. We have self-proclaimed prophets, teachers, and pastors who, beg to differ, and some are scientists who say that it's all up to us. Meanwhile, we're all arguing about doctrines and whether a book called the Holy Bible is correct to follow for the history of the world. Uh, in truth, we hurt, y'all. Like it's still a dog eat dog world, though. It's becoming a beast eat beast world, because they're no longer just dogs. We domesticated the dog a while back. This is not a comedy special, just so you know. Welcome to my vent session of me viewing how I see the world today. It's not all bad. I mean, though one would, beg to differ. We're still arguing about slavery and, you know, what happened during those times and how the black culture is one of the most critical cultures to society in existence, period. Yet we all keep just pushing that under the rug when we bring up like what we're owed or what we feel like we're owed, and they're like, get it off your own bootstrap, and you guys got to figure out how to set up a trust and do this and become an entrepreneur so you don't get taken advantage of. Meanwhile, most black folk, they just want to work or either just want to be free, and we don't see why we have to work if we put in this much work into building a world for people to live in. I'm like probably like a miseducated black boy living in America or born in America. So, don't take everything I say as face value. Like I don't take anything. I don't take a lot of things that I see on social media as face value, because since I was a child, I believed the whole thing was a scam, like life in general, like the ploy we live. Like I looked at everything, I analyzed it. I was looking at the way they presented religion to us as if, the faith was something that was external to a person, and that you yourself technically were the evil, and you were looking for this external force to bless you and bring out the good that was already in you, that you are already capable of. And to me, that's like, a journey of growth. So to me, the religion is more of a growth, it's more of a growth process into life until you don't need it. It's like training wheels. And then you realize that just like, a few people have come to that conclusion, they've actually picked up that end result. You are the spirit that hovered over the face of the waters. You are the spirit. You are the spirit before you are the physical body or the physical man. But most people don't understand that, or they don't want to comprehend that, because that steps you into like a realm of like, oh my God, am I calling myself God? Technically you are, because the creator of all things is not God. It is greater than God. Like you in your primordial essence are not God. You in your primordial essence are the sum of all. You are the sum of all things. Like I don't even want to get into that right now. Like, because technically, knowing things like this can help you, but it can also destroy our reality. Like, just think, if we all woke up as a collective and everything shook and fell apart, then what? Like, what the fuck? Like, there has to be doubts in your mind telling you that most of the shit that you're hearing is blasphemy and it's going against your original programming. When more than likely, this type of stuff is intriguing your original programming because it overrides it, because it is your original programming. Your purpose here is to grow, is a soul. So as far as I see it, that growth is going in reverse right now. I was fortunate enough to watch part of I got started watching part of One Piece. And this is the Vegapunk saga. So, Vegapunk, in the middle of all of this, Vegapunk starts talking about free energy, like free energy, and like the government's coming at him because of this, because he wants to unleash free energy unto the world, like so people don't have to. Technically, in his theory, if energy is free, people don't have to fight. People don't have to go to war because you don't have to fight over power because it's free. You don't have to fight over water because it's free. You don't have to fight over any of these resources because the energy around you is abundant. And it is. It's abundant. We're surrounded by energy. Magnetic fields, waves, electrical frequencies, sounds, vibrations. We're surrounded by energy. The energy, this cup is empty. It's full of energy. The only thing we got to figure out how to do is harness this shit. This cup too, it's empty. You see all of that? You think what you're seeing is space, but within this space is energy. Like all of this I'm sticking my hand into, it's energy. You can even feel it sometimes. Like you can feel it. And it's a matter of harnessing it right now. So top scientists right now trying to harness that energy, because that's so much energy, and that's enough energy inside that cup to probably outdo a couple power plants. You feel me? Now, while there are doubters and skeptics, I've also been dabbling in, back into, not necessarily Christianity, but the teachings of Christ myself. And from what I see, like I always said this, Christ was an activist that just so happened to be a magician. He did use tools to do some of his healing, a lot of his healing. He always bent down and picked up 2 fish, or bent down and spit on somebody, or did something random. And then next thing you know, it's a miracle performed. Sounds like alchemy to me too. You know, bring it in the modern day, when they use all of this to control you. We have alignments. They're like timers. Like we're thinking that this is about energy with these alignments. They're like our universal timers. They're part of the clock. They tell you something fucked up might happen, or something amazing might happen. You just got to wait and watch for it. It's like, you know they're coming, but you don't know what time they're coming. So this is a timer to let you know what time it is. Every so often, or every few years, we have a planetary alignment. Now, while this can help with energies in the physical and in the spiritual world, this is also a timer for our actual physical world. It's a timer for it, like to let you know, like, this is we'll notice that our sun will actually do a pulsate through this whole alignment, like all stars do it. It's like they're like clocks. It's a clock on the star. It lets you know how old the sun might actually be, however many times that the planets align. Now, on the scale of humans, we'll never know. Like we can only scale it as far as our instruments will let us do it. Like James Webb's telescopes and different instruments we've created over our existence. Like as far as I see it, it's not all bad, but it's all bad because of miseducation. All right. So of course we've been at war for, ever, since it's only been since the beginning that we've been at war, since the first sword was drawn and the first shield was used. We've just been knocking heads, you feel me? So, and as time went on, we got to this time of modern technology. You ever wondered like this? We have all of this tech and we still can't simulate the technology of the ancient days. Like, we're looking on tablets and we're seeing, flying cars. We're seeing things that look like energy sources where the energy is just abundant, and it seems like, where are they getting this type of energy from? And you're like, dang, why can't we re-simulate this? It's because we're not in the right frequency of mindset. See, we have this whole materialistic mindset. It's like a gate, so to speak. Like, I need me a new car so I can get across town. No, I don't. I was getting across town fine without the car. And, it's that. You don't need anything. You just want it. That's all it is. This is how you got here. You didn't need to exist. You just wanted to. You forgot that shit. Now, as far as I see it right now, at like 12:12, you know, there are things going on within the White House, within, the Pentagon, within all of these secret organization buildings worldwide where they're sitting and they're talking about money. They're talking about control. They're talking about what they have on their secrets, survival, their survival, specifically their legacy survival, their government, laws, statutes, things that can be passed on lifetimes, things that even if their generation of today doesn't make it. Because, have you ever seen the movie Fight Club? Did you pay attention in the movie Fight Club? The fact that the main character was two individuals, alter ego, neither good or bad. It's just one had better intentions than the other. And when you get into Tyler Durden, the character of Tyler Durden, Tyler Durden's ultimate goal was to cripple the economic system. He's seen an unfairity in the system. You got tax write-offs, debt collectors, everything that's just nasty. People owing money that they shouldn't owe, money that's technically theirs. It's like you put a bar on it and now they owe this money back. Now look, to me, at this point in age, things like car services, housing, all of that shit should be just yours. You should just be for you. You shouldn't have to, because it's things like only things you should be able to own are your time. Your time, like, because that's all you own anyway. Like down here on this earth, in this time, in this frequency, all you own is your time. Most of the time we waste it. We squander that time. Like, most people, I'm like, even me, I would sit in on my own live and be like, I'm wasting time. Like, there's nothing coming from this. And then the universe will be like, wait, you're enlightening somebody. As far as you're seeing it, your time is valuable. Like, only other thing I can do is write a book. Like, literally sit here and write a book about this shit. The miseducation of modern man, because that's all it is. And I fall right under that same category, miseducated. No matter how enlightened I am or how I had to climb through my own darkness, because that's what it is. I had to battle my own demons to get to my own inner light, just to come to the conclusion that I myself am who I say I am. Now, though zany, nobody really deals with tricksters, though I might actually be a trickster, like just in that matter. But there's nothing wrong with that. Most tricksters are gods of chaos. Now, look, hey, you ever watched Family Guy? I know you have. Of course you have. You remember that episode where Peter Griffin ran into Jesus at a record store? Put a pin in it. Have you ever watched the anime The Devil Has a Day Job? Put a pin in it. I'm just giving you jewels and I guess convoluted parables for you to figure out yourself. Just think on that and be like, why would he say anything about Peter Griffin finding Jesus in a record store and what was that about? The fact is, don't you think that even God would want to live a normal life, like at least once in his existence? I mean, I'm just thinking, or in its existence. I'm not going to say his or her. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction. People coming at me with this whole, have you heard about the great mama or the source of all knowing? It's always like it's in the whole existence of the term. There's nothing new under the sun. There's always something new to be discovered under the sun. Now, with that time limit thing, it's a time limit to gauge how far we've come in our modern existence. Like, look, check this out. We got these space moguls like Elon Musk and I think Zuckerberg or somebody, one of those people. Most of the time the names, I just know the faces. I get the faces and then I see ships, boats, bombs, boom, whatever else can help us get there. So look, listen, my prediction or no prediction. You remember that guy that claimed to be like from the future, that came back and was like, oh yeah, and this year this is gonna happen, and this year and this is gonna happen. We still haven't been completely invaded by aliens yet. It's a dude that used to wear the fuzzy face. To me, I was like, yo, he could be from the future, he could not be from the future. But at the end of the day, some of his predictions are like maybe he sent his mind into the future. You can do that. You can send your whole soul into the future and actually interact if you're strong enough. But you know what I'm saying, besides that, you can send that shit into the past and get stuck. You just be a vegetable laying on somebody's bed. Look, listen. This man told you that Trump was going to be president in 2025. He said that Trump wasn't the one that we had to worry about. So I'm looking at that. He said the guy after Trump is the person that's going to do the dumb shit. Now, put a pin in it. the most important part that he said was after that person, there was going to be something done, and the youngest president that we've ever had in the history of the United States will be elected. I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to say go look for that damn video of the time traveler and go watch it. You know what I'm saying? And see what I'm talking about. When it comes down to it, man, I'm still resonating, still receiving the message that my daughter, when she called me that one day and she's like, Dad, and this is when before she turned 16, this is at 15. And I'm wondering, I'm like, why is this little girl talking like this? What is up with her? This is before the election. And she's like, Dad, I'm online. I'm on YouTube. I'm at school. I'm talking to my friends. She said, I brought it up once, but the world is unstable right now and nobody wants to talk about it. She's like, both physically and spiritually, it's unstable. We have earthquakes, volcanoes getting ready to erupt. There are tsunamis because of the earthquakes, mad storms, magnetic fields, like the waves, the waves coming off the sun, they're attacking us. We got stuff floating all around our heads, these ailments, people digging into the ice, releasing diseases and different things that are ancient diseases that might sleep the world. Mind you, at one point, the so-called Anunnaki went to war down here and dropped a nuclear bomb. Imagine if that stuff, that whatever that was that wiped out them people is still reserved somewhere, waiting to be unleashed like a fucking demon, ravage the world, just wrap the whole world in darkness. Look, listen. All I'm saying is, in present day, be careful. We got CERN with the hydro collider and shit, making baby black holes all over the fucking place. Pay attention to The Simpsons. I don't want to look to my left and see a freaking black hole next to me while I'm trying to goddamn rest at any given time, or walk into freaking work and then boom, we was worried about people missing. Now they really missing. They just never get their asses back. Look, listen. If you're watching this and you want to be a streamer and actually get paid for streaming, do shorts. And then do live videos for at least 20 minutes. I don't get paid yet, but I'm pretty sure that's the strategy. Follow me as I do this strategy just to see what goes on. In the meantime, I'm gonna talk the realest shit that I could ever think of, because singing for complete free is just like a waste of time to me sometimes. So you got to come on my live, and then maybe I'll be singing, or maybe I'll be performing at some, show or open mic or concert. You never know these days with Josie. I'm just that guy. Hey baby, hit that note. I'm waiting for it. Post the cover up. Hey. Oh yeah, and I'm doing my giveaway. It's scheduled. Just give me a time. Give me a second. I'm gonna try to do my giveaway on live. I gotta get the resources and get my stuff all together, cause these mugs is comfortable. I'm gonna tell you that right now. These JF2s, these mugs is comfortable. You're not the design right. This is the infinite of the universe, the ever expanding universe. Anyway, for people that ask about that shit, I drew this. I just drew it, and Expanse was the name of the painting. Well, I didn't necessarily draw it. I kind of painted the painting, and then, when I was like, yo, I should put that on like some shoes or some shit like that. So I was like, yo, put that on some shoes. So it's on the JF2s. It's the JF2 shoe. And it's just a prototype shoe, to be honest with you. It's like me gaining up the funds to get the things that I sketch brought to life, because I'm a sketch artist at that. It's on top of being an artist. I actually like create and design things. So anybody need a logo, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be the first to say, man, I procrastinate on your ass if ain't no money involved, because people got things to do, and right now it costs, and until money don't exist to cost anything, then I gotta charge, and it's like, yo, I gotta get some bread. So for that person that was like, yo, you do videos for YouTube, well, shit, I do videos in hopes of getting a check to change my life at one point, buddy. Like, it's cool, being like me at this level, but I mean, I kind of want to experience other levels of life before I die. And because just knowing that everybody gotta die, I noticed that most people don't even want to talk about that because they're afraid. They're so afraid. Look, the terms heaven and hell have locked you out of the truth of what's really going on with life and death. It literally locked you the fuck out. Now you got to overcome that. You can't be afraid of neither heaven or hell, because heaven or hell are in physical existence. That's a realm right here, and they only strain on your spiritual existence when you allow your physical to overwhelm you in this one. So your mental will be strained, and you will create your own hells. It's like, you ever watched that commercial, the Got Milk commercial? When the dude opens up the damn cupboard and he got a bunch of cookies, and he like, oh my God, thank God I got cookies. And then he opens it up again and there's no milk, and he's like, oh shit, where's the milk? Oh, and he's opening up everything and it's just more cookies. Look under the bed, more cookies. Look in the freaking refrigerator, freezer, more cookies. You're like, no milk. Oh shit, got milk. That's what this is. Like, you'll freak around and lock yourself in a box and not realize it. And like, they'll lock you in it, but you'll do it voluntarily because they can get money out of people watching you, entertainment. Man, I bet that Nickelodeon was the shit. That little crank box. Come on, put your face up to it. It's dancing. Hey mom, you got a quarter? I'm sorry, Johnny, we're all out of quarters. We have no more money. Ma'am, you can sell your soul and I'll let you watch it all day. Really? Son, you're worth it to me. Thank you, Mom. Kids is just brainwashed as fuck now. They TikTok dancing, TikTok dancing, TikTok dancing. Isn't it so freaking ironic or something? There's no coincidence, but check this out. That picture in the Nickelodeon was of a guy dancing. Years later, we have social media. What we do on it, we just go on it and you see people doing dance crazy. It's like, they're talking about portals and how they're standing up giant cell phones, and people are like, that's not a portal, that's an iPhone or Android, depending on how you look at it, so they can FaceTime in the middle of New York or Atlanta or Texas or wherever the freak you're at. This shit is crazy. Yo, I want to see you grow. Here's to maybe we might make it to 2030. Maybe we won't. Only the creator of all things know. And hopefully we won't blow ourselves up in the process. I'm Josie Fuller, man. It's been great. I'm about to light mine up, man. Y'all take it easy.